And welcome everyone to Evo Japan Day 2 live from Fukuoka. I am here with Majin Obama to bring you some Guilty Gear Exert action. But before that, Obama, I actually have a surprise for you.
What's going on?
I have a gift.
What? Is it a match?
No, unfortunately not. My powers do not, reach that far. But I do have
do what you can. Do what
over
you can.
here. Now, you bent the knee at Fighting Tuesday. So
that's right. Listen, everything the light touches is California as far as I'm concerned.
So in honor of that, I've brought a California shirt for you.
That's awesome. I'll be sure to set this on fire in the venue. Because believe me, there's already a lot of fire you guys can't see. But thank you, Rins, for this flag of California shirt. I'll be sure to I'll be sure to never wear that in my life.
Wear it with pride.
Yeah, you're right.
Every Fighting Tuesday.
Anyway, welcome once again to Evo Japan 2019. That was not part of the script, man. That's looking like that Dead or Alive presentation yesterday. That's off script. But thanks to you guys for tuning in to Evo Japan 2019 once again. You guys know what to expect today, right? BlazBlue Tag, Tekken, Guilty Gear. We're going to be running Street Fighter down the top 8 as well. Also at the Killer KOF top 8 and Million Arthur Arcana Blood. Be sure to stick around for that that exhibition as well. But yo, talk to me, man. How y'all feeling? What are you expecting from today, man? What are you looking forward to?
From today, well, we'll get some Guilty Gear action, right? We talked a little bit about it before we went live. The pools, we don't have a lot of interesting matchups besides Sato and Turio.
Yeah, there's one I think interesting seeding going on here, but we have Turio versus Sato Venom going on round 2 for some reason, man. For some reason, it doesn't matter anyway. It happens sometimes, I guess.
But besides that, we got a lot of heavy hitters in the Guilty Gear pool. They're not going to meet till later on in the bracket, but there's Ogawa, Machibo, 310, Tomo, Nage, Kazunoko, and then Lasso, of course, from America.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the big question mark, right? Lost solely missed top 8 at Arc Revo, but when he was able, again, he finished just outside top 8, right? Yeah. Doran was able to pick up the slack for him, sneak his way in the top 8, and still maintain, okay, after that post-Evo shocker where Lasso was able to crack that glass ceiling, get 3rd place, especially over Titans like Nage, right? That's crazy, man. That was an incredible performance. # Black Excellence, and a wonderful start to that. Man, that was a black-ass weekend. God damn. Everybody, I got to put it out there. But anyway, seeing if he can come back to Japan, right? He missed that top 8 before, wasn't able to get back to the big stage here in Japan. That's the big thing. Being able to win here is a different story. That's I can't explain the difference. It's one thing for people here to travel over there and go win, right? It's another thing for the opposite. That's a whole different story. So I'm trying to see if Lasso can get back to that top 8 stage here.
It's been very rare, right, in the fighting game community. Like,
I mean, outside of a Justin Wong.
And if you count Sonic Fox's win at the Invitational, but again, that was just an Invitational, right? That wasn't a full open bracket.
It's not an open bracket challenge like that, especially for an Arcade Legacy title. That's the big thing, right? So there have been pretty big performances like that in the past, but something like this weekend in this game, especially this game that is traditionally heavily considered, this game is a lot like Third Strike, where we associate it so much with just with Japanese arcade scene, how they just take over the game. Yeah. So doing that in a game like this would make some waves, man, for sure. But other than that, we have some of the usual heroes, right? You got Nage, Machibo, Ogawa returning the Guilty Gear. He hasn't been playing a lot recently. He's been focusing a lot on Dragon Ball, has not entered tournament, have not seen him in arcades very much at all.
Okay. Do you think that has to do with the state of Zato right now? I mean, historically, he's kind of shied away from the game as Zato's gotten weaker, right?
That's an interesting... you've got an eye on you, Rins, I'll tell you what.
I think that's just historically the way it's been.
Yeah, so we're queuing up our first match here. It looks like it's going to be Johnny versus Muroken. That is a very astute observation. It has a lot to do with the state of the game.
Of course, we are kicking off Guilty Gear Exit later. You heard Obama, plenty of more action to come, not only with this game, but Tekken 7, Street Fighter, Million Arthur.
Well, hopefully anyway.
Yeah.
Why don't make any promises? You're right. Don't write any checks your ass can't cash, son. But anyway, welcome back to Evo Japan. Let's get right into it. Once again, pools action here. Guilty Gear Extra Rev 2 point something, man. It doesn't matter. It's still Rev 2. Like a jam Venom match.
Hand warmer's almost complete. Jam Venom matchup, that's going to be interesting, right? I think Venom has rose to prominence here in this latest patch. We've seen people.
You know, you say that, man. He's been good.
He's been good.
He's never been.
He's been good. But
He's
I feel like
been good.
even more people are starting to take note of that now, right? With like Peppery Splash switching from Johnny to Venom and
overseas.
and stuff like that.
But the thing is, all the Venom players here, man,
they've always been
haven't
putting
had
bodies in
Yeah,
bags.
I mean, they haven't had those like big tournament wins, right? But I mean, if you talk about big stage wins in this game, you're really only talking about like 8 or 10 people, really. So everybody else is still fighting to get that big win, right? So many of them have these top 8 finishes. They make these really great runs in a given tournament, but they have trouble getting over those top players. Yeah. So. But that said, man, the Sanmas, the Isamus, all the Satos, all those Venom players, they've been doing, like you said, they've been collecting bodies in the game. It's not, if you think Venom kind of snuck up on you in this version, then you just haven't been paying attention, man.
All right, so we starting it off. Break out Lucille. See how Jam deals with it.
Backing up, getting some ball sets. Trying to cut off those lanes of the screen, right? That's something that can make it difficult for Jam. Even though her mobility is among the highest class in the game, right? Venom is still able to, if he's able to get some space, get those ball sets out there, he can just cut off lanes of the screen. Another important normal, remember that crouching S, you just saw it there, able to interrupt Jam so well on the ground, get below her knees, which, of course, Mawari Komi has that upper body invul, right? Able to check her out of that, but also 6P for Venom as well. That forward punch, solid. Of course, built-in anti-air normal properties, but it's actually, it's an incredible normal on the ground as well. Multifunctional normal there. Gets a forward throw, gonna take her to the wall forward, of course. Bro, look at that. Yeah, that's so good, man. It's not even about the damage necessarily. It's about the meter gain. It's about the wall carry.
It's about the neutral control, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be able to charge one card here.
You get the Okizeme afterward, too, but hold on. This Jam, bro, and I tell you what, man, since Rev 2, her combos, they look like combo movie combos, man. They don't even look like this should most of this stuff doesn't even look like it should work. You see Mawari Komi able to go through the pool balls like that, gets the standing low, burns the meter on the confirm.
That's the burst back, and he uses it.
He wants this round. Oh, and gonna get it.
Oh, that was a clean chunk.
Yeah, with the counter hit, jump D, and is able to get the pool ball as well. He gets counter hit damage there.
Oh, right in his face to start off. Got the corner pressure now as well. Oh, with the wake up 2D work.
Yeah, a lot of good use of FD break to get his throw off. And remember, Venom is one of those characters we just talked about. He gets rewarded for his throw like that, even mid-screen. Gets Oki, gets wall carry, gets meter in return. It's worth it. It's too good. Quite a few characters that work like that have very, very solid, just their normal throw is just such a good tool. This doesn't look like it should work. This is so weird. Gets the bow. Cross up jump S.
Wow. Grabbing the corner after the super, sending this to the third round.
Yeah, and that's just a case of what Murokin was able to get in that time. He wasn't able to let Johnny set up. Able to cut off lanes on the screen. There you see that forward punch work. Why did that hit her? She was crouching that far away. Why does that work?
Yeah, it was great use of FD to push her out and use that.
Yeah, wow, good struggle from Murokin there. Use the FD even after eating the mad struggle, right? He's able to get a big hit, get back to the center stage, but hold on. Jump H doing work for Johnny here, able to tag her after a neutral jump. You see him just putting that forward punch out there. He knows if she presses the button on the ground, if she tries to go in the air, it's going to check her both ways. Whoa, gets a far confirm here, burns the meter. Not the best punish on that burst, but unfortunate there. Murokin, okay, able to get through the blue balls using Mawari Komi, gets the puff ball push. Hold on now, building meter too. One hit away.
Wow, the 2D.
My man, anti-air sweep, gets the throw. God damn it, Johnny.
Sweep. What in the world?
That was corny as hell. My man swept her out of the air. What the hell? That's some Chun-Li ST stuff right there. That's goofy. But that's Venom, man.
Yeah.
Bro, these normals.
Low profile, has a lot of active frames, right? He did mad
he's
early,
very active,
but it still got the sweep anti-air. It was crazy.
That struggle. Good defense from Murokin, though. Using FD, trying to push him out, get as much space as possible to be able to make the advance on his terms, right? Big 6 heavy there, counter hit damage. Johnny willing to leverage that burst early. Be able to get a chance to get some more ball set. Wow, we just doing blitz. All right, we just doing charge blitz in the move. Street Fighter 4, let's go.
And charge up the card as well. Putting the billiard balls on the table, but Dragon kicks right through all that.
Huge. Take you to the wall, charge up on this card. Can't keep in after the charge. Meter gain as well. Almost have a full bar, gets the bar S. Easy red cancel confirm here, gonna build gauge as well. Oh, he could have finished there.
Oh, no, he doesn't have his burst available either, so he can't let Johnny take this momentum.
Oh,
Great
Muro
RC
can.
on the far S.
Potemkin, don't do me like this, baby. Come on. Baby, what are you doing?
Threw it away. He had the meter to super at the end
Yeah,
of that
Johnny
combo.
checking her with those, man. That stinger mid-screen, and again, that's just, he had an opportunity to be able to close it out. He had the meter. He only needed, what, 1 or 2 jump punches, right? Just to be able to close it out.
Now we set up the billiard balls again. Oh, great spacing for Johnny this time.
There's the charge up card as well. Let him just, oh man, those jumping S normals, the far S, the forward punch as well. Those ground normals just really harassing Jam if she gets in that range on his terms. Frost goes for the cross-up DP. Yes. After he was carded, Johnny just, I don't know if he was expecting that and he just blocked it, or if he was just holding forward for some reason. But either way, man, good. He got lucky. It worked out.
That was his burst available now.
Taken, wow, tempted him.
Oh no, tried for the OTG burst, gets punished for it. Yo, just run up blitz.
Bro, these dudes are playing run up. Goddamn.
The run up blitz, the mind games are in the stratosphere.
Yeah,
right
then
now.
again hits him from the back of the net. Muro able to close it out, looking a lot like the first game actually. Okay, gets parry. Parry on the pool ball, that's good. Close S, full confirm. Sweet. Be my Geki ring card. Gets the counter hit bow. This doesn't look like it should work.
It all does, though. Full tension on the side too. RC.
Got that block up just in time. Then Muro can close this out. Don't mess around here. Is that it? Should be.
Yes, Dragon Kick finish. Murokin gonna tie the setup 1-1. Force a game 3.
Both of these guys are playing really fast, man. They're taking a very unusual risk too, right? To say this is the first match of the tournament, running up in each other's faces and blitzing like that. Dude's playing to win. Shit. Bar ass, and again, Johnny trying to get some space, trying to use those powerful ass normal. Wow. Pump ball right through the 6 feet.
Yeah. Great
Gets the slide.
from Murokin.
Eugen, again, charge up, this time on DP.
Oh, tries to go with the 6P, but a nice YRC. Change the trajectory in the air. Here we go. Great teleport.
Yeah, great movement from Murokin in return. Yes, and this time he gets the cross-up DP, and he was carded up, so he gets the follow-up as well.
Back in the corner. Great control from Murokin. Wow. That was pretty sick. It caught on to Johnny's tendencies to FD and then poke back, right? Great whip punish.
Yep. That's the whole point, right? Like, you're leveraging that meter just to be able to push them into the range where Venom's normals are going to have the reach advantage. That way, anything that Murokin's trying to press after that, you're just going to, you're going to intercept them. This ball set, here we go. Charge level 3. Walk, oh, you want, bro,
so
that was
far.
some ST shit. That was some ST shit. You got to FD break that stuff next time, man. He was trying to walk way too far. Looking like Mortal Kombat, goddamn. Low touch.
Oh, another blitz shield attempt, but gets caught low.
Yeah, he was expecting the cross-up jump pass, right? That time Murokin changes it up. Okay, goes right through the... That could have been very bad, actually. Especially... Oh, man.
YRC goes to the top. Nice YRC. Murokin stop the action for just a second.
That's still a risk. Oh, man, hold on. Murokin in hot pursuit. Gets the stand kick. Counter hit as well. Oh, man. Gets intercepted by pool ball. Dive kick. Ticking, throwing. Jam also gets rewarded for her throw. Not able to get the max return there, but gets the counter hit pop ball. Has meter, has burst. He can close out.
Yeah, burst super will do it. Uses regular super. Will that do it anyway?
It does.
Murokin's going to be moving on 2-1
Nice.
over Johnny.
I would have burst super. Yeah, shot with hell no, man.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff to Murokin. Yeah, great adjustments in that set, right? Really started catching on and countering the 6P from Johnny, countering the FD pokebacks with the long-range normals. Overall, just a great way to adjust the game plan with Jam.
Yeah, and even when he saw that Johnny started going for just faultless defense in a lot of those situations, look at my man Ogawa's hat, bro. Look at his hat.
I saw it on Fighting Tuesday.
Mark, do you have the JPP?
Oh, man.
Do you have the JP commentary feed? Can y'all show the people Ogawa's hat, please?
Oh, my goodness.
But anyway, yeah, when he got a sense for a while, Johnny wanted to use his meter to try to FD in a lot of those situations. You also saw Murokin opting to go for throw in a lot of those situations as well. Throw or feint for the throw and then get the close kick interception normal like that.
Yeah, did a great job of the puffball placements too. I really like it towards the end of that round, coming down.
Yeah, got a sense for button press habits, right? Yeah. And in those cases where before maybe he would have hung back or even pressed forward in that situation, then time he just puts the puffball out there, counter hit.
Yeah, that really felt like that was the story of the set, right? It was just Murokin downloading when Johnny wanted to press buttons and eventually countering that over and over
That's
again.
a good set, man, when you see a like slower pace download like that too, right? Because Johnny took the first game. Murokin ran it back. Good stuff.
I think that's definitely a good set to watch when you're like learning Jam or learning Guilty Gear in general, right? See how people adjust to game plans over the course of the set.
Little tells. Soso versus Tokukun coming up next, guys. It's going to be another, what? Let's see. Match after that, we got Lakshmi. Shmi. What is that from? Shmi.
Shmi?
Hook?
Hook and God?
No. Hook, the movie.
I haven't.
Mr. Shmi? Is that a real? That's the thing,
I haven't shown you my list of unwatched movies.
Oh, don't tell me that.
You probably wouldn't
be my.
You probably wouldn't be my friend. If
don't tell me you have not seen Hook. Anyway, Lakshmi versus Honjo. Pac-Man. This dude, Pac-Man. We got Manny
Pac-Man.
You got Pac-Man.
Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao. I was thinking the other Pac-Man, but he got banned from the league. We can't talk about him.
Oh.
And then Tulso coming up next. Tulso Milia. This should be really good.
He was a TNA champ for a little bit, though. I remember that.
He did have a brief stint as TNA champ.
I think he was. I'm trying to remember if he was tag team with Consequences Creed.
To be honest with you, if Pac-Man Jones is in Evo Japan competing in Guilty Gear, Bart, can we get Pac-Man Jones on stage?
Who does Pac-Man Jones play in Guilty Gear? That's what I want to know.
Hold on. No, he would have to play Slayer, right?
Slayer?
Does he play Slayer?
Why Slayer?
He just be mashing Mappa Punch, right?
I can see him as a chip player too. I think because he was a cornerback,
maybe
right?
So
he got the fast, quick stuff.
I definitely get. He's not a gentleman, so we can't play Slayer, I guess, right? But he definitely be punching people. Who just got punch normals?
Punch normals besides Slayer?
He might play Soul.
Oh, he might play Soul.
He might play Soul.
I can see him.
He's trying to choke people out too. Yeah, that's the other thing, man.
That command grab, or not the command grab, just the regular
He definitely
grab
needs a command grab, and he needs some strong punch normals. Yeah, he probably plays Soul.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
No, Soul's a very fun character, especially in this version of the game. His run speed so fast, right? They slowed down his 5K a couple of patches ago, but still pretty fast.
Bro, I wish y'all could see my man Ogawa's hat. Bro, he's been wearing that hat. He got that hat last month. He's been wearing that hat every day for the past month.
Oh, there it is.
Bro, look at Ogawa's. Look at I asked him he's been dressing up a lot lately. It was his birthday last month.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yeah. So like, check this out. He was dressed up real nice one time when he came in, and he had the hat on. I was like, yo, what's up with the hat? He was like, it was my birthday last month. That was his explanation. That was his explanation. When you saw Ogawa and Teresa doing commentary duties, man, and they couldn't fly out my man Johnny, man. Put a Majino Henny in the air for him. But we did our best, and they scrapped up as many players as they could and just put mics on them. It's like Wednesday night fights here, I guess you could say. They get whoever they can, man.
Like
hey, Blade Strangers is on. Call up Ridge. Call up Ridge. We got an open mic. Call.
Take flight. Yo, I took hella flight at Fighting Tuesdays.
I'm sure.
I tried to give it somebody else a chance.
I told you, man.
Look,
bro, like buzzards in the canyon, man. You gotta embrace that shit.
You definitely do.
If there's an open mic, creatures of the mic take flight. Let's go. I don't even play this game, dude. I'm doing this shit for clout. That's what the YouTube comment said. I don't even play this game.
Yo, the YouTube comment said you don't play this game?
They said it about KOF too.
Oh, wow. All for the clout, huh?
He doesn't even. They said we ruined Evo Japan, man. How do you feel about that?
You know, it'd be like that sometimes, I guess.
If I ruined Evo Japan, y'all can hold that shit, man. Y'all can hold that. Let's go. Kai versus Johnny. Oh, never mind. It's a button check. I got baited.
See, I don't call them button checks anymore because all the buttons are on the start screen, are on the character select screen.
So, like, what do you call them?
I call them hand warmers because that's what they are.
I thought hand warmers. To be honest with you, the first time somebody talked about hand warmers in regard to fighting games, I thought you know when you play football and it's cold outside, how they had the little pouches that they put their hands inside?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. The first time, because it was Hungry Box, I think, right? He said something about the ham. I was like, what? Why did he? I was like, damn, is that cold in the venue? I was definitely like, bro, they don't have heaters in the venue. Like, why just turn the heater on?
You know, some players do have something like that, though, right?
And that's why. I was like, man, it kind of makes sense, right? I guess, but like, man, I feel like those venues should really just have the heat on.
Yeah, I remember Nakia was going around with a Zippo hand warmer for a little while, right? Where it was legit just like a little battery pack that got warm and you just held it in your hand.
Brent, I'm being dead serious too. I was definitely like, why don't they just put the heat on? What do you need hand warmers for? I mean, like, you can get those little packs, right, that you rub together, right? Like, get one of those. And then I was explaining, like, oh, they call it practice stations. Hand warmers. I was like, all right.
Yeah, gotta have the practice stations on deck. All right, we're getting to our match. Hand warmers finished.
Yeah, Kai versus Johnny, so you guys know what to expect here, right? Johnny's going to have a bit of a range advantage, but Kai's almost also able to contest in that range as well. And the big thing is Kai's going to want to knock down before Johnny gets access to meter. Doesn't really have any defensive options after that. Just be able to get some basic set play going.
Yeah, you see, so just going with the traditional Kai game right now.
Yeah, that forward punch, such a strong normal as well on the ground in the mid-range. You see that crouch S from Johnny, man. That normal is so unfair. My God, why can you just reach halfway across the string like that? Drop him. Here we go. We got Gage, too. Putting some coins on him. You know it's Japan, man. They got the big 500 yen coins.
They'll catch one in the eye.
Gets the ID, comes in. My man swinging with Greed Sever from that
charge blitz. Greed Sever into blitz.
Bro, rules at Evo Japan are out of control. Please stop.
It's looking straight out of Mikado right now.
Chris T just woke up. Y'all got to calm the hell down, man.
Oh, and then he YRC'd the overhead and went low. Yo, he's pulling out all the best of one arcade shenanigans right now.
So Kai. All right, come on, baby. Let's see. Round start, fishes for the 6th again. That forward punch in mid-range. Maybe try to clip some of those sword normals, right? Some of the sword normals got a good bit of hurt box added to them in the most recent patches. But backs up. Often play this mid-range game. Tech jump P. You've seen tech jump P repeatedly from So trying to intercept Johnny along the ground. Very dangerous option to go for because Johnny has such a good close range normals to be able to counter that.
Yeah, and he still hasn't been discouraged from tech forward.
My man in neutral just put out raw pile and then hit him with the stun edge.
All right, now that Kai's got that green bar, you gotta watch out for stun edge YRC, but he hasn't pulled it out yet. Tokukun actually getting the combo anyway and throws him out after the tech.
Reset, goes for the throw, puffs that smoke on him. I don't care, I'm mashing throw. Comes in high once again. My man is ticking him with these neutral. He looked like he plays Street Fighter 5.
Wrong finer.
Yeah.
All right. Level 2 gets the job done, able to follow up with the combo, taking the first round.
Forward punch there. Now So able to just run up. All that off of a crouch kick.
Yeah. Seal pressure with the enhanced stun edge behind it as well. Gets for the coin though.
Once again, that ground game, man. Max range crouch kick able to confirm the sweep. Once again, push to the wall. Anti-air Greed Sever. Resetting. After a drop like that, trying to FD him back into the corner, but Tokukun able to take advantage of some of those sword normals and then misfiner cancel, right? That goes into a stance, allows him to move forward, create interesting pressure strings using it.
Yeah, the only thing that I really fault Tokukun for, right, is they've been doing it with low levels of misfiner, so the cancels aren't as fast as they would be once you have level 3.
Once again, character Johnny, when he hits with those coins like that, he levels up his stance, and it makes the misfiner cancel faster.
Yes.
So actually you can create more dynamic pressure strings the higher levels you go, but those are not necessarily as good at level 1. Gotta land those coins first, be able to earn that.
Oh, great jump throw from Sosa, bro.
And you see him trying to, that's the big thing with this, with a lot of characters in this Johnny matchup in this version of the game, right? The reward for hitting those coins for him is so strong. A lot of the early game is about not letting him get those coins at all.
Yeah.
Preventing opportunities for him to be able to get. See, right now he's at level 2. All of a sudden that changes the game a little bit. Any level 2 hit, any challenge from So in one of those strings, if he even trades with misfiner, it's going to give Tokukun a big advantage. And potentially a chance to get up to level 3.
YRC is trying to apply the pressure, and he pulls out the dust, lets it rock this time,
Max
and then just does a reset stun edge. All right.
It's definitely pools, man. I'll tell you that. It's definitely looking like a pools match, right?
That's a way to blow up tech buttons.
That's one way, yeah. First burst here. See that glyph out there, able to get some of these charge stun edges. Just kind of putting them out there as a threat, right? Like saying to the Johnny player, I can cut off this lane of the screen. You have to be able to play around this. Run up DP on, okay. My man's also feeling very sassy. God damn, just charge blitz for no reason. At the wall. Gets the knockdown with the glyph out. Oh, this was setting plays. No. I'm just going to mash forward kick.
Oh, blows up the charge blitz this time.
You see the reward there, right? That tumble back gives that Johnny player, even at lower levels, right? Even at like level 2.
Yeah.
Even just being able to get that corner positioning, you feel your opponent's momentum.
Oh, very nice anti-air coin into the full kill. Oh, no.
Oh, just out of range.
He missed the J.
You gonna hold out, man? Oh, man. 2-0.
Textbook Kai, especially here in Japan. That was an arcade Kai if I've ever seen one.
That was definitely like blue rank Kai for sure.
Yeah. One of the premier best of one strat. All kinds of premier best of one strats were pulled out by Soso right there.
Yeah, we'll see. And, for sure, again, there's a lot of killers, as you would expect, towards maybe. There's a lot of good matches lined up, I think, for top 32, top 16. But in particular, I think for the pools matches, the one that I'm looking forward to the most is going to be that mismatch between Torio and Sato. That's really the one I'm looking for, and I really hope we get that one on stream.
Yeah, that would be a good look, of course. Yeah, and there's plenty of killers in the bracket, as you mentioned, right? Machibo, Nage, 310, Lost Soul from America. Plenty of good players are going to be meeting later on in the bracket, but for right now, we're getting to the pools action.
Yeah, Lox, Zadi, Summit. Yeah, pretty much everyone you would expect. I believe Endo's here as well.
Summit Chip. Are you looking for, you have a favorite coming into this?
If I do, a favorite to win?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I would think Nage Machibo or Summit would be the best pick.
I was going to ask about Summit. Do you think he's in the contention?
I think he always is. Yeah, I think he always is, especially
best chip.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those few people who have had those big stage wins that I was talking about before. I think you always have to have him in the conversation. Ogawa, I would put him in there Tomo. Tomo is also in there.
Oh, yeah, Tomo for sure.
Tomo's also in there. Ogawa, I would put him in there, but I think he's been a little bit distracted recently. We'll see how he does. I'm actually really surprised that he even entered, to be honest. Teresa Jam is here. You got Lox. Who else? A lot of names from West Japan. A lot of names from West Japan, South Japan, I would say. Actually. But coming up next, we got Mr. Shmee. Mr. Shmee is
Looks like we're getting right.
I can't believe you haven't seen Hook, man. You don't know what Rufio? You don't know about Rufio?
I've heard the name Rufio.
Oh my god.
What about someone like Kazunoko?
Kazunoko always, I mean, you know what they... Don't even ask the question, man.
Well,
I'm
just saying, right? Because he's obviously been...
Listen, Ringe, you're a lot better than some of these YouTube comment cornballs. Jesus Christ. If you don't know to see Kazunoko in a bracket for a game that looks like this,
yeah, of course.
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the realistic chances here, right? I know they're high, but really, are they there for first place?
All right. So the thing is this: I believe,
like top 8, I feel like yeah, of course. But I'm talking about the.
I believe to make it the top 8 winner side, you're gonna see Nage versus Isamu.
Okay.
I think if Nage wins that, I think he has to either play Zadi or Kazunoko, and they would both be playing Raven, right?
Yes.
That's heavy Nage faith.
Okay.
Nage is very good against Raven.
Okay.
So I think to qualify for top 8, I believe that's who is in his path.
Right.
If that's the case, the thing is, either one of those players I could see making a strong loser run, right? So
for sure. Yeah, of course, Kazunoko, you know, he's had his focuses on Dragon Ball, but really him streaming up until this point, I think like this whole week leading up to Evo Japan, it's been Guilty Gear, right? That's what he's been practicing, that's what he's been grinding, because that's what the tournament is here for.
I believe it, yeah, Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball probably, but also, yeah, Street Fighter V he's competing in as well.
That's true.
Had a return to focus on that game as well recently, but also he's messing around with VP Tag, so I'm not sure if he's in the bracket for it, but either way, I mean, yeah, whatever game he's in, dude, you got to look out for that guy.
Heavily consider the GOAT, right? Like, he is definitely in that conversation for fighting game GOAT, period. in my opinion. Well, you don't think so?
Oh, it's not about what I think. It's about what the commenters at home think.
I mean, the only person that's won a Capcom Pro Tour.
I would think that that's just like obvious, right? But there's there's a lot of cornballs on Twitter and stuff, man. You decide, man. You decide.
The only player that's taken home 2 Pro Tour championships. I mean, he almost made 4 top 8s at Evo.
But he never won a Mortal Kombat tournament. How do you feel about that, Ren?
Come on, man. I like Mortal Kombat.
No, Ringe, no. Until he wins a Smash Brothers Melee tournament, until he beats Zero, until he wins a Melee tournament, and until he wins the IPS for Mortal Kombat 11, you can't tell me anything about it. You can't put him in any conversation. Get the hell out of here,
Until he wins the Injustice Pro Series for Mortal Kombat?
Listen, if he wins a Mortal Kombat tournament, if he beats Leffen and Hugs and all the other California...
My man Leff is from California now, too? Living large.
He's honorary California.
Definitely.
Until he beats... No, Leff is cool. But until he beats Hugs in a first to 10, he has the 4 stock Hugs, I heard. And it has to be on poker floats. We don't play that Final Destination shit here, man. He has to be able to beat him. And I'll tell you what, when he does, I'll wear this California shirt.
That's what I'm talking about.
I will bend the knee.
All right, looks like we're getting into our next match.
Pass me an In-N-Out burger, man. Farp, give me some In-N-Out burgers right now. Let's go. Leo versus Biken. And they got me again. Lakshmi versus Honjo. Lakshmi versus Honjo. So this is going to be Biken versus Leo. Biken is a character when she was first initially released in Rev 2, right? Kind of struggled early on, but since then there's been, 2 patches since then? She's gotten buffed both times, and to be honest with you, she's not quite as she's such a unique element in the previous iteration of the series, right, in the XX series. She kind of really changed the whole gameplay when you introduced her into that game, right? Like, but for this game, she hasn't had nearly the same effect, but I think in this version, she's very strong. I think she's much stronger. There are a lot more Biken players doing work with her. It seems like they fixed a lot of quality of life issues that she had. Leo as well, man. I mean, pretty much the same character he's always been, right? Very strange adjustment to a 6B a couple versions ago. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But
ooh, nice snatch out of the air.
Biken, on the other hand, also, becoming a lot more prevalent, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely seen Biken a lot more here in this latest patch.
Man, I think that is so cool, bro. The fact that she's got like a little cannon under her dress like that's so cool.
No, she's very well done in this game. Trying to FD
trying to get in. Backs out.
Oh, man, just dodge projectile, just knock down the corner as well.
What a flash kick, man. Yeah, waited a second. Azami right back at you, though. Lakshmi with a drop.
Try to snatch him out again. Honjo has a lot of gear to make something happen here, but getting in without taking damage is going to be risky.
Well, it doesn't maybe not necessarily has to get in, right? When you have meter for super like that and you get such a big return after, sometimes by looking for a whip. But it's not going to come, unfortunately. Jump D, cannonball loops. Lakshmi able to close it out here. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's so scary against a character like Leo, especially when he's burst queued up, when he has over 50 meter. Any touch is just minus 70%. This, I had just no idea what the hell they were thinking when they just gave this character that much damage.
All right.
Did my man just go over?
Yeah, he definitely did just go over in the air.
This is definitely, this might be the new American tournament, man. I tell you what. Let's go here. Pops him off with the 6B. Side switches himself. Kind of interesting decisions from there from Lakshmi. Putting up shield though, Honjo. Finally able to get some pressure off here. Yeah, misses the defensive opportunity to be able to interrupt that string, right? But Azami wakes up just swing.
Yeah, Honjo messed up his setup anyway. Gets the parry.
We were talking about it earlier, man. I told you, oh God, reversal super. Cuts him, gonna get the corner for it as well. Meter built. Hates out the super. Punish. Bari in the red cancel.
Lakshmi taking the first game.
Man. You know me, Ringe. I told you. One of the scariest experiences I had growing up was being in my cousin's house for a barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
And I was sitting on the sofa and a movie came on in 1996 called Congo. And when the movie opens with a gorilla just holding a human's eyeball in his hand or some shit like it's great.
I remember you took the plate of food outside. You said, I've had enough of this.
I was like, I had to get out of here, man. Couldn't take that shit. And we're pretty much watching the exact same thing on the screen. Dunk him! Gonna take the corner for it. Honjo leveraging that burst early. That running command grab from Bike. You don't see it too often, but here you go. Gets a zombie stance. Zansen getting a push. Use Zansen red cancel this time. Reel him in.
Lakshmi looking dominant here in winners round 1.
Wow, tag. Just round start use Zansen like that.
I got beat out by the far ass from Leo.
Look at that use of a zombie in the air to be able to go through the fireball like that. That's something that, you know, a lot of Leo matchups, right? He can kind of put that far fireball out there. At least you press your opponent to have to do something, whether they commit to guard, whether they jump in the air to try to get over it, whatever. Viking could just jump into it in a zombie like that, get through.
Oh, nice parry.
You can't depend on that as much. Here you go now, back turn stance. Gets tagged out of it. Honjo still with bad positioning here at the corner, but just has to run out like that. Good defense. Lakshmi, don't buckle here. Yeah.
Don't let him do it twice.
Yes. The time that you have to punish that, a lot of times people will punish too late, so you just double shield and you catch them. Lakshmi does not bite at all. I'm not flinching. If you're not 100% ready for it, it can be difficult. Oh no. Jumps up, yeah, gets the crotch beat. Yeah. Dangerous burst, but Lakshmi doesn't. Oh, what? Lets him get away with
button, I guess, flinching.
Oh, gets the counter hit touch, and that's going to do it. Lakshmi 2-0 over Honjo.
Yeah, that's an interesting tool that Viking has in this matchup, right? You mentioned the charge projectile, the way she deals with it. Because usually when Leo puts that out there, you're forced into some type of vulnerable spot, right?
It's you force action is the thing, right? Like, characters that can deal with that situation by not doing anything have a really good time against that, because that's a pretty big and pretty important tool for Leo in terms of space control and being able to force opponents into situations where, okay, now you're in my range, right? Characters that can deal with that by just not doing anything, like, okay, well, now you just took away a full screen zoning tool from him.
Yeah.
Now he has to commit to getting in somehow, whether it's on the ground or in the air. But there you go, Pac-Man versus Tulso coming up next. Pac-Man Jones. Can we get him on stage?
Pac-Man Jones, let's go.
I can't wait for this.
Tennessee Titans.
Look, man, I tell you what, Lupe, they got Lupe for Street Fighter V. They got every cornball on YouTube for that Mortal Kombat reveal. I'll tell you what, I didn't get my black envelope. I'll put it that way, and I'm pissed about it too. But look, every game's got their celebrities that play it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know who plays the Smash Brothers, man. Everybody play that stuff.
Everybody.
But I'll tell you, we got Pac-Man Jones on Guilty Gear, man. I've been waiting for this. I'm trying to run some sets with him later.
Pac-Man Jones. Yeah,
versus Tulsa. Tulsa Millia, also from Tokyo area. One of those stronger, I think, one of the stronger Millia players, I would say, of this version, one that's been representing him in competition, I would say.
The more I think about it, the more I think Pac-Man Jones is a soul player.
He's definitely a soul player.
He's definitely a soul player. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Millia in this version. How do you feel about Millia in this version?
I mean, she's better.
She's better?
Yeah, she's good.
Okay.
It's not quite rolled back to how it was before the last patch, but she's good again, I would say.
All right, so let's see some Millia doing work. Or do we have some notable Millias in the bracket, like Nakamura or anybody like that?
Tulso. Tulso might be the one, I believe.
Tulso, and he's the one coming up next. So we're going to continue on with this Guilty Gear Exit Rev 2 action.
And thanks to you guys for tuning in from all over the world, all 500 of you, whatever, man, however many people who watch. Look, man, I told you, look, bro. All the view bots we've been getting for Street Fighter and Tekken this year, man. I look at the Guilty Gear numbers, man. Y'all keep leaving this game out to dry, man. That's all right, though.
They don't turn on the warehouses full of computers for that game while we're taking in Street Fighter?
Oh, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know who's running the show, man, but what's going on?
A lot of people faking their streams, getting they plays from machines. We're getting into it now. So
and never mind, this is not Tulso. This is Tulso.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was just a misromanization, but it's actually a different version. All right, cool. Leo versus Jacko. What do you think about this matchup, Ring? You look like you play Leo.
No, I play Zato.
I know you play Zato, but I said you look like you play Leo.
What is that supposed to mean?
Look at his hair. Look at yours, man.
All right, that's fair, I guess. I actually hate this character.
You trim that beard with a butter knife? Is that
what the hell?
That's what somebody said, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it, man. Anyway.
Why you be reading these YouTube comments and bringing them to the stream? Leave them where they belong, in the trash.
You know what? You so right with it. You so right with it.
What are you talking about?
You so right with it. My bad. You didn't deserve that.
You know what? It's all right. It's all right. I understand. You're a Californian now, so I'll let it slide.
You're right. Yeah, okay. That's fair. I wear the flag.
So we got Leo versus Jacko.
Yeah. So
in terms of the matchup, I mean, Leo, she has ways to nullify that charged projectile as well, right, with the Aegis field. It's all about getting that out and then putting out the houses.
Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult for Jacko compared to maybe how she was in the past, right? You have to play a little bit more carefully, make some better decisions with your house sets as well. Leo does struggle mobility-wise a little bit, even though he does have access to a command dash, right? Kind of funny how it works out that way, but Jacko in general, as long as she's able to set out houses, she can build an advantage early, but here's the big thing. The difference is going to be in return. Any hit that Leo makes, especially if he has access to meter, so that when he gets in those house pin situations like that, he can at least try to make a run, try to get out. Although Jacko can force him in the situations where he literally has no good answer, at least if he's able to get some meter, be able to find that one touch, he can turn around the game.
Yeah, another thing Leo does have an advantage in this matchup is a lot of his normals hit on both sides, right? Yeah. A lot of them are far, so he has an easy time getting rid of the houses.
Yeah, especially even if she has some house sets out, right? If he's able to get a touch and create a string like that, right? A lot of times she'll do a lot of passive damage to the houses as well, in addition to hitting Jacko. Here we go. Running on her early on, gets the throw. He's doing a good job of mixing up his attacks and throws. That standing kick and back turn stance, you can't throw that. Getting tagged on both sides, left, right side. Oh my God, Toso, are you dead or alive? Come on, man. Gets the low touch. Oh my God. We blitz and bursts out here. Chris T, wipe that eye crust out your eyes, son. Hold on.
It's time to wake up.
Yeah, you better wake up for this shit. Hold on.
Oh my God.
We blitz and burst in game one, round one?
Yeah, round one.
It's the high touch. Pushing towards the wall. We bait and we punish that. That's how that works.
I understand. The mental's crumbling after you get in your bait blitz.
Please stop jumping. Please stop trying to jump out this. Already down 50% health. Again, mixing up with his throws. He's done such a good job. Tagging with the overhead. Tulso, I know it's early, baby. I know you're not used to waking up after 10 a.m.
Oh, the far S. But my man can't get out.
Pac-Man Jones about to put you to sleep in this corner, though. Hold on. Guard!
Oh.
Guard! Somebody called a guard, bruh. Tulso rolled up in here, man. Evo Japan 2019, this finna be a breeze.
He's not blocking any of the far S's.
It's beyond him, man. It's beyond him, Rin.
Oh, no.
Counter hit 6 heavy. Yeah, big damage started here. Meter building as well. Still has access to burst. Looking for a zest here? No, just 2A mash? Cool. 2P rather, sorry. Too much BB tag, man.
If Pac-Man just wants to ride that momentum burst, as soon as he gets hit, got gold burst from Tulso. Use that meter.
I was looking for him to fishboard again. Burns the red, and there it is. Pac-Man moving on.
In 30 seconds.
Good stuff to Tulso, though, man. It's tough to get. It's still pretty early, man. You know, it's tough to get up this early. Get queued up on some Guilty Gear up against a Leo just pounding his chest in the wild. They beat the shit out of Tim Curry, man. What the hell do you think they're going to do?
What chance do you have?
Yeah, exactly, man.
You're not Tim Curry.
Ernie Hudson and them had to escape in a hot air balloon, brother. You got to get out of there,
You
bro.
got a hot air balloon?
When those silverbacks start, bro, when you touch the treasure and the silverbacks start coming out doing this shit, get the hell out of there, man.
You don't have much time. Yo, find the nearest hot air balloon.
Conga was a crazy-ass movie, man. That's a crazy movie.
Oh, man. This is some good stuff.
Anyway. Coming up next, we got, they're actually white, too. That's the crazy thing. It's scary.
Are they like albino silverback gorillas?
I forgot what the story was, but they were pissed, dude. As long as you didn't touch the treasure. Catfi 550 going up against Ide-san. Okay, let's go.
I thought you were about to reference another YouTuber with that first name. I was like, Catfi 550?
Catfi, that's the dude on the Smash Cypher, right? I gave him 2 hands out of 10. 2 hands. You gotta work on them verses, dog. You gotta work on them verses, man.
Who was your favorite in the Smash Cypher?
It was Shizzy, right? Yeah. Cause he had the startup frames. Like he sucked on the lollipop for 15 minutes.
But you have to take Shizzy out of the equation though, because his delivery is too strong. Like, cause he actually raps.
It was like delivery, but it was also the enthusiasm too.
Yeah, I think that's part of delivery though.
I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
I think so. So you take Shizzy out of the equation. What like Smash player or content creator would you take?
I don't remember. I guess like the big. There's 2 guys named Shofu, right?
Is there?
Yeah, there's 2 guys named Shofu. Both of the Shofus, I think they're really well.
All right.
And if you ain't watched that Smash Cypher, man, go check it out. Go check it out, man. It's crazy.
Just make sure when they do another one that 0 raps in Spanish, because that verse was not the business.
But anyway, thanks to you guys for tuning in for this Guilty Gear Pools action here today. Like I said, we're going to be running at the top 8. And we're going to run, what, BB Tag? I believe the order for tomorrow is BB Tag, Guilty Gear, Tekken, the Street Fighter in that order. Hopefully we start on time and everything goes smoothly.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be pretty good tomorrow, actually. The top 8s for these should be pretty interesting to watch nonetheless.
Yeah, that's the thing, right, is that a lot of the competition that's here, once we get to the top 8, there are the highest level, the elite players are
top
here.
16, top 32 is for the events here, especially, like, I mean, we talked about KOF yesterday, right? Tekken, this game as well, I think should be pretty good. Should be pretty good for the YouTube vultures to just cut up and then just profit from. Maybe post up some, memorial videos, monetize those as well. I don't think. Hey, it's just par for the course, right?
We know how.
Yo, shout out to my man S5 RBK, man. He ripped the Hokuto no Ken national tournament. My man never gave a shit about Hokuto no Ken. My man never even played a damn game. You won't rip the video.
The Fist of the
you
North Star tournament?
You need your ass beat.
Wow, that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. All right, well, shout outs to everybody out there. I don't know how to follow that up. I was going to say something, but...
Yo, let's talk some cornball stuff, man.
Okay.
What's the most delicious thing you've eaten in Japan so far?
What the hell?
And don't say nothing stupid either.
Don't say nothing stupid? Man, probably a combo.
That's not what you're supposed to say, Ren. You're supposed to say the popcorn chicken that we had in Mini Stop at 1 a.m. last night. That I told him to cook.
That was
extra,
second.
And I told him to cook it extra crispy too, man.
Oh, that's what it was?
I say extra crispy and extra salt.
Extra, okay, yeah. It was
you
mad
gotta get
good.
real grimy
and
with
you
it.
had the sashimi tech too? That was dope.
What? What'd I do?
What do you mean, the spices after?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, that's not like tech. It's just
that's
like
tech. What are you talking about? Why do you keep saying that's not tech?
It's just pouring pepper in a bag and shaking it, man.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But that sashimi doesn't come with the popcorn chicken. You buy that separate. That's tech.
Well,
when you combine two separate things like that.
Look, I had company over, so I was trying to be polite, so I bought it.
Okay.
But I told you what I would do is I would walk to the place across the street and just grab 3 packs for free and walk out.
I mean, like that's still tech. That doesn't nullify that.
If I was by myself, I would have absolutely done that.
Who knows what you would have done if you were by yourself, Obama? That's for sure. I'm glad we Californians are here to keep you in check.
You kept me human, man. I almost gave into my subhuman nature. But you guys
almost went full Congo on us.
You guys kept me in the human realm.
Yeah, me in no pants, luckily.
Yeah, thank God.
That popcorn chicken was hidden though.
But yo, talk to us out there, man. How y'all doing? Talk to us on Twitter. Get at it, man. Use that hashtag Evo Japan 2019. Let us know about your core values at home. We want to hear all about that stuff. We want to hear you guys talk about what you like from Evo Japan, what you're expecting.
Yeah, if you got any tips about shaving with butter knives or anything like that, send them my way.
Somebody said you trim your beard with a butter knife. I had to laugh.
That's a good one. I don't really get it, but
Mike, it's because you don't really trim your beard, right?
I do.
I mean, it's okay, man. Like, come on. The butter knife, you can't do your.
I've been in Japan for a week. I don't trust the barbers out here. You told me not to trust the barbers out here.
I did tell you that.
So,
I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest with you, man. They're crazy out here. $50 to shampoo. $50 to shampoo. I can't be down with that, man. But look, man, you got me a nice little fade right here. You see that shit? Got me a nice little fade this past week. And the cornballs at home, man, they're still gonna come at you with the hairline jokes, man. It must be tough, bro. When you're reaching for straws, you gotta just grasp what you can. I get it, man.
Whatever's in reach.
Yep. I totally get it.
Man, all right. So what's our next match here?
Kefi versus Ide-san.
Kefi 550 versus Ide-san. All right. May in the building. Little girl hits like Bob Sapp.
Oh, bro, when she starts swinging that ankle, man, that's. Man, we was talking about gorillas. That's a hidden gorilla.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about gorillas a little while. That's an actual gorilla character. Just jump S, jump H, just swinging that anchor.
Just press a button.
Look, they said I could be anything I wanted to be, so I became a hitbox. So I became a hitbox. Just jump around, counter hit damage out the wazoo.
Anytime you get clipped by that anchor, you're just dead.
May is running around the screen literally saying, like, they're asking you to hold the comb. Comb my chest hair.
Oh, man. Ooh, buddy. Thank you all for joining us here. This is just the start of Evo Japan Day 2, of course. We got Guilty Gear, Exert, Revelator action all day, every day. We got Tekken today, Street Fighter, Million Arthur, KOF top 8 later as well.
Yeah, it should be good.
Heavy hitters.
Yeah, jokes aside, right? The KOF top 8, the Tekken top 8, and this top 8 should be pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
pretty good. I'm expecting some cool things. You guys got held pockets on Million Arthur. Have fun with that.
Oh, man.
Have fun with that. But, who knows? Might be. That game is actually kind of fun, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't played it.
When it first came out, maybe like a year and a half or 2 years ago, I played it pretty. A lot of people were going in on it for like 3 weeks or so. So like I was like, all right, cool, I'll jump in. And then that one character came out. That one assist that came out. It's like
grabbing in the club.
Actually grabbing in the club. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So we got May on the left, Axel on the right. Okay. Interesting matchup. One that I don't see too often.
Yeah, Axel has been not so popular, right? But I mean, in this version, he's pretty strong. He's gotten some additional normals, cuts off even more lanes of the screen, right? Yeah,
I was gonna say this iteration of Axel, I think still definitely in the upper echelon of Axels throughout the game's lifespan.
At least, at least for Xrd, right?
Yeah.
Gets the standing kick string, harassing up from far away with those punches and jump slashes. You see just like the range, the control that Axel can bring to the screen, right? But it does give Kefi the space to be able to safely summon. You see the beach ball, the dolphin. That, man, I love otters, Range. I'm
a big fan of otters and sea lions, personally.
They got a lot of cornballs on Twitter, man. I might be one of them because I like every otter video I see, man. They're adorable creatures.
I'm about that.
Unless she's summoning them for the beach ball, no, get the hell out of here.
Everything that's cute when it comes out of May is not cute anymore.
Man, they need to turn up the tunes on this, man. It's good. It's a good little level. I like the snow variation.
Yeah, why is the dolphin just threatening? I've never seen a more threatening dolphin in my life.
Yeah, got a juggle there. Didn't complete the combo, but here comes Ide-san. Axel Bomber, red cancel, able to tag him one more time.
Great throw after the tag as well. Ide-san able to take the first round because of it.
And good of Kefi to hold his burst there too, right? Didn't give in to any ill temptations like that or anything like that, especially in that situation. Axel's so good for a lot of his air combos, being able to deal with burst very well.
Yeah, Kefi trying to keep the momentum here. You see the burst and keep him in the corner after getting hit. Yeah, goes low. He set up the beach ball last time, and we just got a dust coming out.
Well, the classic crouch kick, dust. Low overhead in that order. Let's go.
Whoa.
Putting up these 4Ks. Gets the forward heavy, counter hit. Got the ground bounce too, but no conversion, but stand kick punish on the slide. Reel her in. Get over here. That's that real Mortal Kombat. Hold on. Stand punch, stand punch. Jump slash, just zoning, cutting off lanes. Please jump, please do something. Please run into this Rensen.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? If you don't have a lot of Axel matchup experience, he's just going to be pestering you with his long-range normals constantly. He has the ability to overhead. And even when you get in on him, he has a decent DP, so. Be aware at all times, starting off with the check low and then the cross-up. Oh, I might want to get real close with that command grab. Nice poke back.
Down forward punch. Very important normal for Axel in his arsenal, right? But can't be able to get early advantage here, putting out the Sparrowhawk stance. You got to be able to, if you play Axel, you have to be able to see how they react to it, right? Just to see if they know how to deal with it.
Yep. Test them, make them think about it.
That's one reason why May can't be too trigger happy with summoning at full screen. But the truth is, Ide-san hasn't done a good job of establishing it.
Yeah, especially when he has full meter right now. You can go Sparrowhawk stance, get a couple of shots off for free, but essentially, what a follow-up to that clash.
He put that dolphin in. He beat that dolphin with some change, man. Hold on.
Oh, just ran it right back. All right, well, if the first one didn't hit, the remix did.
Trade around start, coming in with the heavy. Counter hit ground bounce as well. Axel Bomb, we're going to end in the corner. Gets the 2K starter. Here we go, gets the sweep. Momentum building. Kefi, not a lot of meter to use here. Finally be able to build up a bar, gets a jump in. Ride that dolphin, gets the close S. Good mash from Ide-san, and again, harassing with the jump punches, the jump S's.
Kefi really doesn't know how to react on defense for the most part.
Slide red cancel though, and yeah, it's going to get the side switch and a good bit of damage. Good grip in return. Jumps on the other side, able to maintain the corner.
Yeah, low profile with the 2L though.
DP red cancel though. Not going to be very high damage. Yeah, could have gotten a little bit more. That's okay though. Still able to get his knockdown here. Establish pressure, get back to neutral. Trying to fish her out the air with the 6K. Full screen like that. Bad burst. Never burst in front of that character like that. And especially the way a lot of his combos end too, right? You have to be very, very careful with how you burst against him. And you see why right there. sitting duck right in front of the man with the chains, and that's going to be it.
Yeah, it just looked like a lack of matchup experience, really. He really didn't understand how to react a lot of the times on defense, right? You see him FDing out of the strings, but then he didn't really want to do anything after because, of course, Axel has long range on his normals and specials and whatnot. So even when he got out of that close quarters range, he didn't really know what to do.
And that's the other thing, too. We talked about how uncommon of a character Axel is, too, right? And you don't see him too much in a lot of big competitions. There are some really strong Axel players, right? The Yosuke's, even Woody. Woody's been grinding in Mikado recently. There's a few out in West Japan as well. What else am I forgetting? Mitajiro. Yep. The Wild Boy Axel as well, the one that's had some big performances at Evo too. But there's not too many players out there in the wild to really grind this matchup with. It feels like he's just not very popular.
Yeah, for sure. He's not very popular. No matter where you go in the globe, really, right? We got Toki and SoulCal, but that's like, yeah, that's one of the only Axels in America. So, and then, you know, Brad, the East Coast, shout out to Brad. But yeah, I mean, Axel definitely an underrepresented character in Exit a lot of the time. And then when you run into one that's good in the bracket, it's so hard. It's
scary, not because the character is just that overwhelming or anything. Like, it's just a lot of times just about understanding the matchup. Maybe you don't get to practice it so often that a lot of those unfamiliarity points show.
You were talking about how in previous games, Baiken was a real polarizing character in terms of how you had to play against her, right?
Sure.
I feel like Axel's not as, you know, strongly in that category, but another one where you have to think outside the box. You have to switch up your traditional play style.
To a lesser degree, right?
Yeah.
I get what you're trying to say. Yeah. His presence is kind of different.
Yeah, to a lesser degree is perfectly how to describe it.
Just because of the way the character plays, the way he works is something that you have to get used to fighting in this kind of game.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. It's an interesting character for sure, and we'll see more Axel, hopefully. I always like watching the character, especially people that are good against it. Yeah, especially the people that are good against it. Once you have a very good Axel and then someone that actually knows how to play against the character, it makes for real good matches. So we're going to be moving on, though, in Guilty Gear. We got more matches coming up now. We got, what is this? Rekive? Oh, I think that's not the next one, but we got someone named American Meow on deck.
What do you think about that one, Rand?
I've never been a fan of Meow, I'll be honest. I liked his accent in the show, but as an actual Pokemon, I wasn't a big fan.
All right, I have no follow-up to that. I have no comment.
Coming
up next is going to be Yosuo versus Pokete. I mean, I had nothing to add. It's just like, okay.
You're not a Meow fan?
I thought the big cat was cool, the one that he turns into.
Oh, the big cat is cool.
Was it Persia?
Yeah, I think so.
It's Persia, right?
Yeah. No Shin, no Dark, just straight Persia.
Yeah.
Shouts to Persia.
Yeah, she's doing some pretty cool stuff, it seems like, with the Exo Cat, whatever.
Exo Academy, yeah.
Pretty interesting. Hopefully you guys support that. Shout outs to them over there, man, doing some wild stuff. That's crazy. But it's good. I like to see stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Exo Academy doing a student mentor system. And I think that's something that I give props to Japan for a lot, is being able to really establish like a student mentor system. We see it with Street Fighter V. We talked about it with M-Dash and Logia and KOF.
You know, it's not even just the game either, right? It's in a lot of things. They have that set up for commentary as well.
Really?
Yeah, where some of there aren't, I feel like, a lot of production people in Japan, I guess, like that. So the people that do it, they all kind of like take somebody under their wing and have been working with them. And you see actually a lot of them on display on the JP streams this weekend. It's pretty cool, actually. Yeah. But yeah, as players as well, of course, very important.
Yeah, and it seems like it's across all games for the most part. I'm not sure. I don't know any specifics regarding Guilty Gear.
It's part of the mindset out here.
Part of the culture.
Yeah. Well, it's just like with the games, man. Like, they have a very like rising tide raises all ships kind of mentality. So like,
okay.
You kind of they take that into other ways. You know, they establish that in other ways outside the game as well.
That's pretty sick. Yeah.
Within fighting games, of course.
Yeah. That's definitely something that I think Japan deserves a lot of props for, and they've been highlighting more and more as we've gone along in the fighting game community. So that's definitely super dope. As we got Yosude versus Pokete.
That's right. Pokete. We got Ram versus L. Sister. Tia Tamara. Whatever. I thought Smart Guy was a better show, to be honest.
I'm down with that.
That's before your time. What the hell you know about Smart Guy?
Smart Guy, I watched a little bit of. I watched more Sister, to be honest with
you. You gotta change that, man. Smart Guy was the better show.
I thought we had our hand warmers already. Was I mistaken?
It was so good the first time we had to run it back, man. It's still early, man. Let him get it in.
Okay, I see.
So yeah, hopefully this is going to be that Ram Elphelt matchup. So L obviously much, you know, these patches, man, I tell you, they're crazy. They gave Elphelt jump D wires. I don't know what's going on with that, but it is very strong. It is very good. As if she needed. Right?
Yeah, that's one of the things I honestly hated most when fighting Elphelt is that jump D. Like a lot of times with Zato, it's hard to get the 2S to counter hit into far drill. That's annoying. Just the way that her hitbox works, but the jump D is way more of a problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, the biggest thing is we've seen Lost Soul just give people nightmares, give people at the top level nightmares with just that one option.
It's a huge hitbox.
Yeah.
It's completely in front of her. It's very hard to get in on.
So this matchup, the thing is, it's difficult for Ram to kind of get those swords set out. Elphelt has a lot of options to check her from full screen, and even close range, she has a lot of just great stop sign buttons. Like, but hold on, you might not get a chance to see him. Yasuo going in heavy here, gets the overhead slam out of her string. That's another cool thing, I guess, kind of about at least a concept with a lot of the new characters that they added to that since the Extra series. Every new character is kind of based off of another game or another idea. A lot of Elphelt, a lot of her strings are kind of like Mortal Kombat property strings, like where they have built-in dial combo options.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you saw tag Potemkin was the overhead, was that string that ended in the overhead.
And that's really what got the party started. And staying sorted up, taking advantage of that long range, trying to confirm into some kind of hit. Ooh, the down heavy, and then Daro. And random tech buttons just trading, killing all momentum for Yasuo. Potemkin opting to go in the shotgun stance, jumps on the other side, and there you go. We're getting started early. Fire C. That grenade out there, cover me. Runs into a Daro.
Okay.
Just holding forward. Runs into Daro. Sword set now. This is where you don't want to be. Command grab, and yes, she does get return after that as well.
We take wire C. Yeah, pop the bottom once it gets underneath. Nice block for you.
And although Elphelt doesn't need it, you see, like, Potemkin, he's given up a lot of meter on just raw defensive options. He hasn't had any opportunity to be able to try to make stronger return out of the hits that he has found as a result. He's been giving up all of his meter just trying to block for his life. But against a character like Ramlethal, man, if she's able to get those swords set out, if she gets her knockdown, if she's able to take you to the wall, she has a lot of decent carry in a lot of situations. Man, this character will give you nightmares if you don't know how to block.
Yeah, and even in the corner, once she gets you there and you burst out, right, it's still a lot less screen to work with. You have to make sure you get out as quickly as possible. Gold burst from Potemkin here is going to have him work with a lot of tension at least.
Oh, self-destruct. Bro, you know we in Japan. When they start holding grenades like that, oh man. Here we go. Overhead slam and good Potemkin. I like the instant block on the overhead there.
Yeah.
He is learning. He is paying attention to the cues, but hold on. At this wall though, with those blades out.
The burst is already gone too. You just gotta hold this pressure.
Slow.
RC found a gap to take advantage of it. 5H into the RC as well.
Overhead slam once again, wall to wall now. Gets the overhead kick, just looking for any last touch. Gold burst in return. You saw the overhead, doesn't matter. Instant air dash after it comes in high.
That was definitely a California burst. We are in the West Coast Japan.
Counter.
Alright, counter. Was able to get the first knockdown once again, and that's really been the story of the set. You get the corner carry, no burst available here. You're gonna have to take this mix-up. Some of the swords to get closer. Oh, and then the reset.
And that's the big thing. If you let her get that side dust off like that in the corner, it gives her so much opportunity. Even if she doesn't have swords already set, right? Yeah. She gets an opportunity to set them up like that. And some of the sequences she could do with both swords out like this, man, it's just very difficult to block against. And the threat of a command grab, there are some characters that just have no good way of dealing with it.
You see him keeping that space just in case he bursts as well. Great play from Yasuo.
But still in range of the sword set swipe, and Yasuo summons it to get the win, 2-0. Pretty much on par with what you'd expect from Guilty. You know, first round pools, it's just kind of how it is.
Yeah, that was good awareness right there at the end, right? He finally got his burst back, so he just made sure Ramlethal was a couple of character spaces away, so even if you burst, you're going to hit the swords, if anything, and you're not going to hit Ramlethal.
Yeah, and even if it's not able to tag, right, at least it gets a touch after, maybe puts him in block stun, enough for him to try to get in advance, do another string or whatever, and then just try to fish for that last hit. Really just kind of a checkmate situation there.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things in fighting games, right, is the fact that you can really hard read people's defensive options and just counter them.
Well, that's what so many people talk about this game. That's what's so fun about it, right? Because offense is so overwhelming. Offense is so strong in this game. Characters have such strong offensive options in the way that the systems kind of allow for that as well. But there's defensive options that will allow you to combat them if you can use them well.
Yeah.
And that makes it fun. It makes it fun to see people at the top level, how they can get out of these offensive sequences, how they can break some of these offensive situations, right? How they can defend against a strong Okizeme when you give them tools to be able to do it. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Defensive options are fun.
And we're going to see more people utilizing those defensive options. After a quick break, please not go anywhere. We'll be right back on twitch.tv/Evo.
ドニマルです。最近のいいこと？あ、この前オーディション受けたんですけど、受かって仕事もらえたんですよ。再現 CG の仕事なんですけど。やりきってやりました。
あなたにハッピーを、ハピちゃん。2月はドリンクもらえる。DTV 特典実施中。
やりきってやりました。
He has no idea where these two terrorists are, and now Mo's position is known.
Oh my god.
IEM champion!
Mouse.
マウスマウスパソコンマウスいろいろ揃えてありますあなたにドンピシャ作れますマウスマウスパソコンから
マウス。
どれにしまちゅ
さあ、行くぞ。食らえ。食らえ。やった。
「
Guilty Gear X and Rev 2 pools here at Evo Japan 2019. Thanks to you guys for tuning in from all over the world, wherever you're watching from. Majin Obama here with Ringe, giving you this pools action on the main stage here at Evo Japan in Fukuoka, man. Bit of a ways from Tokyo, man. Way down south, the west coast.
Yeah, Southwest indeed.
Talk to the weebs, man. What's the what have you liked about your Japan trip so far this time? What have you done differently than like last time, for example?
What have I done differently? I went to one of the other temples. I forgot which one. Starts with an S.
You went, all right, so you went to the starting with an S temple.
Yes, that was pretty dope.
You just went out there and listened to 21 Savage and did. And
no, that was Meiji.
You did stretches.
That was Meiji.
You did stretches in yoga pants.
My favorite part about Japan stretches. I'm not rip, all right. I didn't lose a bet. But no, my favorite parts of Japan actually is usually going to Meiji and yeah, like just walking around, listening to music, being self-reflective and stuff like that. It's a good spot to do that.
It puts your soul at ease, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed. That's my favorite part of Japan, personally.
And then you had to come to Evo Japan right after, man. You had to get prepped.
That's why I had to get my mental right. I had to know what I was getting into.
You had to get nice and ready.
No, that's definitely my favorite part of Japan. Fukuoka's been really nice as well. I'm enjoying the change in atmosphere, and the weather's nicer than Tokyo as well. So.
Yeah, man, yeah, we talked about like the food culture's a little bit different out here. The way people, the way people look, the way people talk.
Yeah.
A lot more friendlier, a lot more open here. Even just like talking to people on the street, man, it's a little bit different. It's a different vibe to it.
Yeah, it's my first time in West Coast Japan.
And they got a lot of K-pop fans out here too, man, this weekend, man.
I think it's tonight, right?
Yeah,
the concert?
They are wild down here.
Oh boy. All right, next up we got
Rikai versus American Meow.
Oh, American Meow.
Now, look, I'm going to be honest with you, man. If you sign up in the bracket as American Meow, I don't think you're going to make it very far in this pool. So I'm putting it on American Meow to show me something.
All right, rocking the jam.
Not off to a good start. Off in the corner against Elphelt like this with a shotgun out. Oh, man, I feel like I'm in America right now.
Oh, he's not.
God damn. Bullets. Running into the grenade. Cover me. Is this Marvel 2?
Oh, wait. He's fighting back.
Oh, with the just jump S-ing his way out. Raw Genki, we don't give a damn out here.
Bridal Express into the Pineberry. Oh, launcher lockdown, and Team Rocket is blasting off again.
Yeah, they blast get going somewhere, man. Now, my thing is for American Meow, can he fight with his back not to the wall? Can he get out of the corner? He's got to be able to give himself some room to breathe, be able to advance on his terms. Had these opportunities, man, these light juggles. Hold on.
Just the tech buttons, though. Big counter in his starter. Oh, he gets the cross-up. Oh, yes, launch anti-air all day, every day with the shotgun stance.
Gets the close, that's confirming the knockdown. Able to card up on...
Oh, gets the cross-up again. Gotta watch the back of your neck, American Meow.
And now you're looking for the burst as well. It's American Meow. There it is.
That was a good burst. Oh, just completely sails over him with the dragon kick.
Hold on.
Yeah, Rikai still has his burst available, right? So even if he takes the hit, which he does not, he'd be able to get out of it.
Yeah.
Bridal Express for the finish.
Burst was carded up as well. Had an option there. Had a good bit of meter too. Maybe he'd have been able to find that behind the back DP or something like that. Maybe could have fished for one more offensive sequence after that, be able to have a chance. But man, Rikai just in control. Rikai, he's shown that he knows what he's doing.
Oh, he pumped balled the Pineberry. That was
If he did that on purpose, American Meow, that's not a bad way to start. Tech buttons from American Meow, able to capitalize over that self-destruct.
Oh, counter his 6H though, eating a lot of damage. Not choosing a burst yet. Oh, nice. Actually stuffs the anti-air that time, or stuffs the cross-up, I should say. The launch anti-airs though, they've been working out for Rikai.
Ryujin here, able to get in the corner, but then American Meow, puts himself back to the corner, gives up the positional advantage. Jump S, counter hit in the air, counter hit sweep upon landing. Rikai able to take control once again. I like American Meow going for some just defense here, but he had a lot of meter to be able to FD, be able to give himself an opportunity, give himself some space to be able to try to escape that pressure, which is what you have to do in Guilty Gear, right?
Yeah.
When you have that meter in that situation, when you have burst as well, you didn't see him try to change up too much about his defensive habits right there, just committing the block, but you had resources to be able to give yourself a chance.
To get the knockdown with the Pineberry out. Oh, nice counter again.
That's not the first time he's done that, right? Yeah. So I have to believe it's intentional by now. In American Meow, that's one way to deal with that grenade situation. pop it right back in her face. Don't let her control neutral free like that.
Yeah, he's making adjustments to some of Rakai's game plan, but it's not looking like it's going to be enough so far. He gets caught with a shotgun in the far S, has him in the corner. No burst available from Meow either. Second to the Pineberry explosion, so he's got the corner at least.
His tech buttons have been very strong. He's made good calls each time. What's raw super? The shotgun, yeah, that's going to hit. Hellfire.
That's going to be good damage.
They get the corner as well. Good use of FD from Rikai in return to push her out. Put that pistol on her, man. Rikai over American Meow, but look, good stuff to American Meow coming out here to Japan, playing some Guilty Gear. Gonna go have a chance to loser still, right? But man, this is a tough game. Good stuff to him being able to come out here. There ain't too many people coming out here traveling to play this game on Japan's turf, man. There are not many people doing that. I gotta tip my hand off to him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, American Meow, in that situation, right, he was just going to have to make hard read after hard read after hard read after that first super, right, because Rakai still had his burst available, so it was really, is he going to burst? Is he just going to FD out of my block string? What's he going to do? And you really have to react and try to anticipate and counter those defensive reads, but it was going to be tough when he didn't have a burst available and had so little life.
And hopefully we'll see more from him in the loser side. Again, that's just early on pools action here at Evo Japan 2019 with this Guilty Gear Exit Rev 2. Let's see, what we got coming on next? Okay, a familiar face, multiplay legend, Abigin.
Abigin. I first was familiar with him with level 3 X Factor She-Hulk. That's where I first got familiar, but he's been in the scene for a lot longer than that.
Yeah, played pretty much everything under the sun. Walker Gaming Abigin going up against Eocto.
Eocto, are you familiar with that person? No, all right. So Abigin, of course, a Potemkin player, right? He's always favoring the big bodies, wants to grip you in whatever game he plays. So we're gonna see how he gets that done with Potemkin here, who definitely struggles in Exert.
He is a big body enthusiast, that is for sure. So you can expect him to play grappler characters, like you said. Big bodies in whatever game he plays, maybe even in real life too, man.
Yeah, from what I've heard, in real life as well.
He is a big body main, for sure. So let's see what his, even though he hasn't been so razor focused on this game, right, this is still a game that he has obviously like very strong background in. He played for a long time in the XX series. My thing is Potemkin up to par or good enough to be able to make this run in maybe top 64, top 32 inches way towards that? Because for this game, if you're not grinding it, man, if you're not consistently playing this game like that, this is a tough game to have success in.
Especially with Potemkin, right, on top of everything
with
else.
Pot, yeah, that's the real thing, right?
Yeah.
With Pot, your defense and your inputs have to be cleaner than just about any other character, to be honest with you. Even despite that, it's not even so much execution heavy, although he does have some of the most execution heavy stuff in the game, right? I think one or two maybe the most difficult things to consistently execute, but it's about what Pot forces you to do and the way he forces you to play. You have to not only make good decisions, but your blocking and your IB, in particular instant blocks, have to be on point. You have to be able to hit that on any string in the game if you really want to be able to open up some gaps and create opportunities for yourself to be able to get some, again, take wins, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's not like a Soul, right, where you have a DP and you can rely on
You don't have any of those. You
yeah,
don't have any stuff like that to rely on.
It's not like Raven, where the execution isn't that bad. You can go back into it and hop real quick into it. It really needs you to be grinding constantly.
It's a good test of game knowledge.
Yeah. So we're going to get hand warmers once again, real quick. Abigin on the Potemkin, going up against Eno. Eno, of course, a menace. Guilty Gear Exert.
That's going to be the button chat. Maybe.
Just
play it out. Just play it out, man.
In the instant kill and everything. But yeah. So Potemkin, big body, going to be going up against Eno, obviously susceptible to the overheads, but I mean pretty much every character is with the way Eno works.
Yeah, and for sure, Eno in this version riding high, man. This character, for some reason, man, she was pretty good before. She was pretty good before. Definitely riding high this version, and man, she has been in everybody. It's been very, very, a lot of the Eno players, right, they've had some pretty good success in the past year or so and on big stages, I would say, but this version, she is definitely very strong. This is going to be a tough match. It's a tough match for Potemkin anyway, right? But especially now, man.
Yeah, in this version where Potemkin still has not been shown any love, and Eno buff.
And we got to show some love to Cup Noodles real quick, though, man. That nasty little cutting right now.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
We're not used to that with this game. Hold on.
So against me, Abigin on the left. Oh, the big chop counter hit. Dropping him in the corner. Yeah, shoulder from long distance and blocks the burst.
Yeah, he is going to have that. Abigail does. He has been playing this game for a long time, especially if it comes to read situations like that. He's used to playing grapplers. He knows what to expect in situations like this. Going to burn the meter. Extend, gets the stun. Lowers his shoulder in the corner like that. Come on, Abby.
I love that you say that, right? Because that's definitely something he has as a player.
Yeah, that's a player's strength.
Wherever game he plays, whatever game he plays.
That, to be fair, this character can really accentuate, right?
Yeah. When you get knocked down the corner now, no burst available from him, blocks the note. Oh, just gets tagged low.
Yeah, gets the first 2 highs. Gets eaten up by the low after that. Landing mid. Good blitz, able to get his knockdown.
Backdash into the 2K though.
Able to flick on the HCL. You can see what makes this so tough, right? Whenever the node is like that from full screen, if he runs into it or if it touches him, and he's a big body, right? He has a big box. It's kind of difficult for him to evade a lot of those. And also, you know, slide head, right? From full screen, Ino has so many ways to get herself off the ground to where she's no longer susceptible to the shockwave like that.
Yeah, of course, just a normal ground dash getting her off the ground. Chemical love on top of that. There's just so many tools. Bringing out the note once again, tries to flick it away, but the guitar will put it in.
Yeah, he has options to be able to check some of these projectiles, right? Like HCL, like the note. But the problem is he has to commit to them as well.
Yeah, that was a great adjustment, right? He just managed to stop the flick in the middle of the animation.
Gets staggered, then choked out, knocked down again. Wow. Tags him at the very end of the backdash like that, gets another counter hit sweep.
The
Comes in
RC.
high, the YRC startup gets counter hit there. Plants the note once again, commits the blitz, okay, able to work out here. I mean, gives himself a chance, but again, Ino's able to get off the ground so quickly like that. A lot of her special moves get her off the ground naturally. Her forward dash gets her off the ground naturally. It's not like some characters where they didn't have to think about it. Just kind of just chemical up.
Was mashing on throw there with the 6H, but it ended up working out anyway. Abigail forced to spin the burst here, gets in, slide head voided. Trying to flip away any projectiles. Nice FD in the air to stall the progress and then come down.
Nice, Iacto, nice, nice, nice. I like that FD break in the air like that, the stall FD cancel.
That was sick.
Long enough just for him to be able to put that normal out there and tag him on the way down.
Yeah, to me that was very much a situation of the Ino just like chilling back in that first round, seeing what Abigail was going to present, and then it was like, oh yeah, it's Potemkin. Let me not give him any room to breathe.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a checkmate situation, right?
All right, with the cross up.
Comes in with stroke, gets low. Just bland. Post burst, I'm just going to come in, IND swing.
All right,
okay,
backdash.
what nice beefy backdash. Again, Potemkin, one of the best backdashes in the game. Grappler kind of needs it.
Definitely. Still, it's not getting him out of this corner, and then just takes into a ground throw, puts the note on top of him. No, just blocks the reversal super as well, and then goes with stroke the big tree to get under. All Ino.
Yeah, able to tag him out of the hammer fall there, and then just comes in. Light button presses after. Iacto on set point at this round. Hold on. Comes in with Mega Fist. Takes the wall. Tries to go for a grab, a red burst. He was ready for it. And then Cycle Crushering away. There you go. Gets the punch pick up. Trying to string him up.
All right, chop counter here. You see how much damage he does if he gets one of these counter hits. But Trishula.
Captain Corridor. Trying to push, comes in swinging again. Iacto, as long as he has any meter, I mean, he's fine with this, dude. I'm going to use my meter just to get another chance, because as far as I'm concerned, if I'm Ino and I knock you down, you might not get another chance to play or do anything. Gets the low touch off the blocked highs. You see Abigail now having to commit to using FD to try to push her off at all. Whoa! Use wires, he gets tagged out of startup. Good jump, but into the no. Abigail, you got to be careful. Psycho Crusher right through that hammer fall. Iacto, 2-0 over Abigail.
You see, Abigail was getting kind of desperate towards the end there, trying to instant block the notes. He kept messing it up, just getting meaty.
That's what we were talking about before, right? Yeah. You have to really practice that. It's tough.
Yeah, you need to utilize every defensive option to the best of its ability when it comes to playing Potemkin in that situation. He knew he needed to instant block. He needed as much frames as possible to get out of that corner, but it's hard when you don't practice the game a lot.
And that's no disrespect to him, right?
No,
it's not even that he doesn't practice necessarily, but there are people who are still just like, this is the only game they play. They're still
and he's a multi-game
player.
Yeah, exactly. But Good stuff. To how do you say it? Iacto?
Iacto.
Iacto.
So Totan versus Soso coming up. Soso, we saw him play Kai earlier.
Yep.
I believe he was what? First, second match.
Yeah, he was the best of one arcade Japanese style Kai. He was doing all the stuff.
Run up, blitz, full screen.
He was doing the dust YRC into the low. He did the charge stun edge to catch tech buttons. He did all that nonsense. The greed severs.
Yeah, we'll see. Making his way through winner's side, but coming up after that, we got to finally, one of the big dogs, right? Koichi. We were just talking about how strong Ino is as a player. Let's see what he can get done this weekend, man. If the old man can make a deep run, that would make things pretty interesting, I think.
Okay.
Versus Kyucho, and then I see Spike Slayer queued up as well. Spike, of course, West Coast Japan, Slayer player. What else? Gilgamesh player and Fate Unlimited Code. Plays a lot of stuff, man. He pretty much plays everything. That dude, he's a wild boy too, man.
Wild boys all day, every day. You gotta be. I think you gotta be when you're a Slayer player, though. I think that's one of the prime characteristics of.
Well, he's in particular is definitely on some wild boy stuff.
So even for a Slayer player,
yeah, he goes ham.
Oh man, all right, I can't wait to see that. Then he'll be coming up in a few matches. But now we got Soso on the Kai going up against Totan. I'm not sure who Totan plays. We will find out momentarily. Thank you all again for joining us. Evo Japan Day 2. We just getting started. It's a long day to go. We got KOF top 8 later. We got Million Arthur top 8 later. And it's going to be a good time.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, got some good top 8s lined up for you guys.
Oh, Dizzy. Okay.
Dizzy Khan. Oh, man.
So you said I look like a Leo player. Tasty Steve says that he thinks I'm a Dizzy player, and I don't really see that.
No, you look like a Zato player for sure.
What?
I think.
Okay, whatever you say.
But
I like Dizzy a lot in this game, though.
I mean, you should. She's good.
Yeah, she's definitely good. She got the summons. Definitely one of the more unique characters. I mean, every character is unique in Guilty Gear. That's one of the beautiful things about the franchise.
I mean, they pretty much confirmed what I was worried about was when she was initially released. You know, obviously she was a little. She's gotten nothing but buffs pretty much since then. Pretty much every patch.
Yeah.
And maybe never mind. I'm gonna keep that to myself. But
okay.
I'm gonna say she got a lot.
She got a lot.
She got a lot. She's a problem now.
Okay.
Maybe they overcompensated. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway,
we'll see. I won't be mad. I won't be mad if we see some Dizzy success. We got Totan.
She's a fun character for sure.
She is. Yeah.
She's really cool. And the interesting thing about her is, to me, her air mobility. Right? She has unique air movement options. And a lot of times, just because of the speed and because of the amount of air dashes that she has, you're often in range when you don't. If you don't know the map, like, let's say, compared to some other characters, her range is actually much further than it appears at first.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught off guard when defending against Dizzy if you're not familiar with the matchup.
And because, again, when you have double air dash like that, right, you can just, I can back up and then come in.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And she has summons to cover that.
She can essentially feint with her air movements.
So yeah, exactly. Just the way to start it off,
right? Off the bat, just leverage the movement, right? Kai is also super strong, especially up close, right? You see putting the people's elbow out there, able to get some decent return off of that as well. Kai really balanced, right?
Wow.
Able to contend with her in projectile wars, but of course Dizzy gets the slight edge just because of, I guess, how much hers control and the return that she can get off those bubbles and stuff as well. But the thing is, Kai, if he's able to put her on her back early before she gets access to meter,
what a
bounder to this wall.
Staying as aggressive as ever.
And then oh man, reads the tech and goes up for the air grab.
This man Soso is putting in work right now. Great blitz shield. He knows how to cover his missteps perfectly.
That's just that's call outs too.
Yeah, for sure.
Run up glitz like that. Run up air. Checking on the laser fish.
Ooh, weird flash in the air.
The big thing is, either moving past those bubbles or just getting out of their way entirely. If you can remove their influence from the match, always really good. She just jumps out.
Yeah, you're gonna YRC pause it in the air, let the ice fish run out.
And Bryn, that's dangerous, man. Holding up against this character, that's scary.
Soso has him in the corner again. Oh, and this time he doesn't hold up, gets thrown. Oh, but tech forward buttons, that's what Soso's been doing. And then again, overhead YRC into the sweep.
Burst out, Laserfish gets a 2P mash, but nothing after.
Oh, stunned ever backdash. That was great stuff from Totan.
Low touch counter hit, put the pylon out there. Comes in high. Wow, Crouch S able to perfectly anti-air, but he doesn't get the max return there. Hold on. Ice Spike.
Laserfish game trying to FD to avoid the chip. Doesn't have a lot of tension to work with though, but passes the bubble.
Gave it up. He put the bubble out there, was trying to touch it with the punch, right? But maybe that's too much. Maybe he should have just tried to go for an air-to-air. I mean, it's tough against Kai just because his air normals are so absurd, right? But maybe even letting the match get to that point was the real mistake, you know? But he gave it up. Oh, Totan.
Yeah, very close to taking that round, but it's going to be 1-0 So-So now because of it. And again, he's just working the same screen, pops the bubble on him that time.
That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. And this is kind of a difficulty that Dizzy has. If she doesn't have meter in a lot of situations, it's tough for her to convert from a lot of those air hits into knockdowns. Like that, right? But at least she's going to be able to get a chance to summon and then try to get corner control after.
Yeah, and the grab game has been working out well.
Reposition herself afterwards, yeah.
Oh, and the ice spike doing going nowhere. So-So bursting with a flashing light. It's a dangerous bet to make.
And that's the thing, yeah. If So-So is not going to be able to try to cut off lanes with stun edge like that, it kind of gives Dizzy free reign to at least just put summons out there.
A good answer here. Getting in close, getting the stun dipper on the other side, presenting.
Round 6 heavy, intercepting out the back that. Run into a flame bubble though. Now here's a knockdown situation. Goes double high, but unable to convert after. So-So just swinging. Oh, danger.
First danger time of the night.
Reed sever. She goes right in the super. Gonna pin her on the wall? No. Charge blitz.
Blitz.
Mistimes the punish though. Just mistimes it. Right into a bubble of his own. Hold on. Totan with a chance here. Not a lot of meter to work with, but he's able to get a big touch, get a knockdown. He's got a chance.
That was great far as to get rid of the Firefish.
This is a start. Laserfish. More summons. Goes right into a counter hit stun edge like that.
For YRC.
Gets a throw though. She's gonna get a good return from this. Gets her knockdown. And Oki. Gets Laserfish. Oh wow, So-So has to give up his bird.
Oh, Totan maneuvering around
What if we talk about being in range like that and then he just runs into the bubble? So-So. He gave up that last round.
Yeah. And I think it's exactly what you said, right? He was trying to set up the enhanced stun edge, put the seals out there, but the distance that Dizzy can close is quite far.
Yeah. It's very, her range is very deceptive.
Heaven or hell. Duel. 1. Let's rock.
Stanlow started off, and Totan doesn't want to give him any momentum. Chooses the early burst, but gets clipped again anyway. Now we're in the corner.
Yeah, grounded down heavy like that. Able to give him this position, give him some damage as well. Totan back to the wall early on here. He gets up the high hit. Reset. Goes empty low this time. Fine. Doesn't even try to pursue after the stagger. Trying to bait the burst that wasn't there.
Oh, he is going to spin the burst. Not going to choose to give Totan any offensive momentum here, despite only having a pixel of health left. He runs into the seal. That's going to be match point for So-So.
Duel. Keep on rocking.
High touch there.
Oh,
wow.
DP as you run up after the stun dipper.
And that was, yeah, Totan didn't get the instant block in the last hit of Dipper, right? But he was just looking to just try to establish his turn like that. My man's DP in his face. Blocking the bubble, blocking the dust. But this crouch S anti-air, gonna get the counter hit here. Not gonna get a knockdown, but go for a summon. And now, no, gonna redo it. Yeah. That jump ender like that, again, Dizzy struggles to get knockdowns from a high air situations like that. So she has to take advantage and try to reposition herself on the ground or get a summon out and then try to fish for the knockdown afterwards on the ground.
Oh, great jump K. Interrupted, putting Totan on life support.
The YRC ended right. The laser clipped the sword.
Yeah. Followed it up with the ice pillar as well. Enough damage to force a final round.
Totan ran that back. Oh, man. Oh, backdash, perfect backdash to the throw. Ice Spike ender. So-So gives up first early on. Hold on. In a second, oh, counterfish coming in after the pylon.
Push burst, no burst now on either side.
It's that guard, that fish has a guard point on it. It'll attack after it blocks something.
Runs to the seal, didn't expect the active frames to be there.
Now So-So's advantage here. Gets a nice anti-air touch there, unable to convert afterwards though. Putting out these charged edges. Had a whiff there. Okay, this is a start. Totan gonna get his throw off. Gets the corner, gonna get Oki too. Ice fish, gets the flame bubble touch. Ice Spike just misses. Good block on the dust.
Still alive here. Oh, he interrupts the pressure.
What a crouch punch mash. Oh, what a throw.
Gets another throw.
Just laserfish. Gets the toe time. Toe time. No knockdown. He's gonna have to go for summon. Ice Spike.
So has his burst back as well.
Oh, that's dangerous whip. Good use of that D. Go burst.
The burst.
Gets the jump punch done. Toe time. Yeah, that's a good little set, man. That's a good little set.
For sure. Adjustments on both sides. Totan able to clutch it out over So-So. 2-1. Man, yeah, that was definitely super good. The Laserfish coming into big play in that final round.
There aren't too many pool matches, man, where, you know, like, come on, man, it's pools. It's pools. But then sometimes you get a nice little, a happy little accident like that, right? It's just like a good set for no reason.
Good match, and then we're going to follow that up with a Koichi stepping up next as well. So we're going to have some good Guilty Gear action back to back.
Hopefully not done too quickly, but there should be some awesome games coming up. We'll see.
Thank you all again for joining us here at twitch.tv/Evo. This is Evo Japan 2019 Day 2 here, starting Guilty Gear Exert Revelator. Tekken started as well. We're going all the way down to top 8 for those games today so they can take the stage tomorrow. It's going to be a great day tomorrow. And we got top 8s coming later tonight as well for KOF and Million Arthur.
All right, so what have you done in Japan since you came here? Talk to me about arcades.
Arcades. I went to Hey Arcade because I was staying in Akihabara, so that was pretty close.
What'd you play there? What took you by surprise? It's been a year since you've been here, right?
For the most part. Yeah, I played Tekken.
Well, how do you feel about it? Round 2 just released, what, Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Round 2 is pretty cool. I've been playing Armor King, so it's a fun time, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, exactly. And I've always been a fan of the wrestler type characters. I never really played King in this game, so going into Armor King, then I get access to the throws and the tombstones and all that. So I'm a big fan of that, just easily.
Yeah, I noticed they were talking a lot about like VSync issues with the new release in terms of like input lag. But I think that Bandai Namco team is already on top of it. They said they're gonna roll something out. I think I saw on Twitter them say something like that. So I'm looking forward to playing that a lot more in arcades as well.
Yeah, I played a little bit of Guilty Gear as well. You know, I mean, it's always fun playing Guilty Gear in these arcades because that's when you get to play against the players that play in the arcade all the time, right? And they present these strategies that are just like barbaric. Like that's how I like to describe them.
Yeah, I'm looking to get wet tonight later at Taito Station Tenjin, I believe?
Yeah, Tenjin, Tenjin downtown Taito Station. It's going to be a good time. I know a lot of people are going out there. I believe that's where the Street Fighter V Loke test is as well. So
oh, really?
Yeah. So if you want to play some Street Fighter V in the arcades, you're in Japan, definitely that is the place to do it on top of that. Yeah,
and there you see on commentary, you got Nage with Kamizono. Of course, yeah, Nage, Evo Japan champion from last year. Kamizono, your official Arc System Works title commentator for Guilty Gear in Japan.
Okay.
And also, he's a good player too, man. He plays a lot of stuff. He plays Dead or Alive. He plays. He plays. He plays Dead or Alive, but also Soul Calibur. He's been doing really well too. I want to see how he does in the Soul Calibur tournament.
Yeah, he's the one that was saying that I'll come to Fighting Tuesdays next week and win with a different character.
He talks a lot of mess. He's funny. He's funny though.
Yeah, I like that. Of course, I think everybody gravitates towards those players that show a lot of personality, that have some smack talk in their game, right? Even if it's not malicious, just do something.
This is an old head though, man. Goji line, again, he writes strategy articles, does a lot for the community out here. This is Koichi. If you don't know who this guy is, you ain't paying attention. Going up against Kyucho.
Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yeah. Koichi. And we're going through pools, or going through the whole pool of Guilty Gear Extra today. Going down the
Rich, you're from California, aren't you?
Yes.
Why don't you read off on, I don't know, man,
you want me to read the sponsors?
Yeah, do a segue or something.
All right, I'm not going to do a segue, but I'll shout out the sponsors when they come on.
No, do a segue on NTT Docomo. I want to hear what you got to say.
I don't know how to do one on Docomo.
And look, I know how to place some awesome high-clarity phone calls in Japan, man, with NTT Docomo. How'd I do? Is that good? Is that good?
No, it didn't have anything to do with the previous statement.
Yeah, it did.
Because you know, and I don't know.
Yeah, because I know, because I'm in Japan.
I guess so. That's all right.
That's all right. You know what else is all right? The Street Fighter V location test at Taito Station. Make sure you give your title, your local title.
You can't force it like that. Like I can't do that. It has to come naturally to me. I can't just force things.
Sometimes it's about just ramming that stuff in, man. You gotta force it. Just like I'm forced to pay over 9,000 yen a month with NTT Docomo, man. They have incredible coverage out here, guys. I tell you,
I should have never gave you that California shirt. Turned you into a monster.
You should have never given me these cup noodles, man, because I'm turning into a monster. I'm fat as hell right now. God damn.
Oh, man, what a beast.
What a beast. Like, you can play, what, shit. What's some beast stuff? Give me Kwamba. Go.
With Kwamba,
Yeah,
the B sticks over at Kwamba. You can pick one up here at Evo Japan if you're in the building.
That's
or
right,
of
you
course,
can
you
pick
can
up
go
that-
online as well.
There you go.
Use
there you
code
go.
MajinObama/2DJazz to save 5% off and all that.
If you want to play like a beast, you need to get that Obsidian, man.
I see, that's better. Cup noodle.
Making me hungry, man. That Starbucks did not cut it at all. I'll tell you what.
I got the scone. That was good. The American chocolate chunk
the
scone that
exclusive
doesn't
scone?
exist in America.
There's a lot of stupid stuff like that, man. Right? They have like it's just a normal cookie, right? It's just like a chocolate chip cookie.
Okay.
But in Lawson, it's sold as American cookie. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? It's just a chocolate chip cookie. What is it? Is it American because it's sweet?
Well, you know what's sweet is this Guilty Gear action that's coming up now. Let's jump into the match.
That was corny. Yes, that's two doogie.
That's exactly what you just did. That's exactly what you were just doing.
I get that 2 session
That's
hands
why
out
it's
of 5.
trash.
Koichi, is this real? Koichi playing Elphelt?
I'm sure the names are switched, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, I believe the names are switched here. Koichi, legendary Eno player, and he's going to work like a legendary Eno player right now.
Well, yeah, he also plays Millie as well, right? But he's known for his Eno for sure. Comes in high, trying to frame trap there. Just over the HCL. Kyucho has a chance, but block and punish on that bridle. Yeah, Koichi too ready.
Yeah, takes the first round in an instant. Not really giving up much momentum there.
Winners round 4 too, by the way. If this is real, yeah, we're starting to get down there.
So into the match. I believe the last one was as well the so-so match.
It's not up until like round 6, round 7 that you start to see the big bodies start running into each other outside of course, that Sato-Turio matchup early on.
Ooh, gets to the other side. Nice sneak by.
Gets the instant blitz. Full wall push now. You got to deal with this grenade situation. You got to deal with the shoddy. Backs up. Yeah, wants to stay out of range of an HCL, right? Just like that, Koichi able to side switch, take advantage. Getting kind of sloppy here. Other side low though. Bruh, why is she so dirty like that? Oh, well, the freeze frame.
You like that free?
Oh yeah, I wish we could have zoomed in like yesterday, man. What? It should be a feature.
Shut up over there. You want the smash camera where you can go all the angles and whatnot, zoom in, zoom out?
No, I'm good on all that. I'm good on all that. No, we keep it wholesome here. I'm just trying to see the dynamic shots. Whoa, spicy. That's spicy.
What? All right, either way. Wakes up with the vertical chemical love now.
And this Elphelt able to get the pickup off the two heavy. Holds the corner. Ooh, forward punch, gonna spike him out the air. Gets the reset afterwards. Black beats, those matter though, man. And gonna convert this into knockdown and full corner. No, not knockdown, but gets the corner push. Cycle pressure out. Koichi with a lot of meter. Right,
The California burst. I mean, we are in West Coast.
I don't know if he's very confident or just if he's just feeling himself, but it didn't work out either way, man. Kyucho came in swinging.
Literally bursted with no health on the screen.
No health and like 75% meter mid-screen too with Eno.
Yeah, didn't even burst to keep him in the corner, right?
Sometimes that's how it is though, man. You're so confident, you just be like, you know what, I'm bursting anyway right now.
I mean, when you're at the helm of Eno, she's definitely one of those characters that can just completely one-turn you.
But Kyucho not looking like he's about to roll over like that, man. Got a lot of meter queued up too. Yeah, it's gonna hold the gun. Didn't work out though, man. Charge Blitz able to tag him.
Yeah. Well, sneaks to the other side, goes with the empty low as well. Kyoto's not going with the burst just yet. Holding on to it, gets the Brow Express in the air. Immediate burst from Koichi though.
Air Bridal tried to put that Beretta on her. Koichi ready with the burst. Gets the spike on the other side. Vertical Chemical Love. HCL, who tags him out the roll. Barrel roll. And then cross up Air Bridal.
Air Bridal.
And Kyucho able to tie it up here.
It's a bride in the sky.
And Koichi's expression right now. He had that smile like, you know what, maybe I am a knucklehead, you know? So maybe I shouldn't have done that, but you know what? You live and you learn.
Maybe that burst was ill-advised.
Wow, winners round 3. Nobi versus Low. Yeah, man, these brackets, bro. Shout outs to whoever made this stuff. Low High versus Nobi, round 3 winner side and Tekken.
Oh, no. What? All right, well, you might want to bring the camera back to us, Farp. Because this one might be a while.
So, Ringe, I don't know what this is like, bro. Because, you know, I play games in arcades and, on my computer.
Okay.
You got to tell me, what does the blue screen mean? What does that mean when that comes up?
The blue screen, and it indicated some issue with PlayStation Network. Oh, wait, are we back already? Farp is telling us we're back already. That could be... Okay, we're good.
All right, good stuff.
I thought it was going to be, you know...
I thought you were going to have to talk shit for 20
Me
minutes
too.
again, man. I was like, I might have to pull a hell pockets on this one, man. I'm going to eject out this.
You're going to leave me solo? I'll be right back. We'll go to the bathroom.
Yo, Farp, we got to take a break. Cut to the break, Farp.
Man, they're not coming back from the bathroom for 45 minutes.
I know I showed up at 45 minutes. I'm 45 minutes late to my shift. But Farp, you got to take a break right now. You got to get out of here.
All right. Luckily, nothing really happened in that last match, so there's nothing.
Other than a momentum break, right?
Yeah, only a momentum break.
But maybe that works out in Koichi's favor, I would think, right? We'll see. Tries to intercept with jump punch early on. Koichi, that would have been a good way to be able to try to establish an early knockdown on Kyucho before he gets access to Gage as well. Pretty important, I would say, for Ino, right? If you can take away any of those defensive options that Elphelt has, even once she gets access to meter, right? She has set super, blitz. She can do things like that. Doesn't have the best defensive options outside of that, of course, but
that was a great coverage from Goichi right there. Because he knew he was going to Bridal Express under the chemical up. Just use the 6H, keep him locked down in this corner. Don't tech forward. He's going to get thrown.
Please don't tech forward, please. And you might think what he's doing is just that good, but he's actually just holding forward and mashing heavy.
Yeah.
Just characters just auto throws like that.
Part of the situation you're put in when facing against Ino, already in the corner as well. Good fight out, though. Recognize the space to dash.
And Kyucho actually had good guard just now, too. Able to successfully block the mix-up, but then Koichi comes in high, goes in low the next time. Burst off the table for Kyucho. Comes in high, swinging again. What's the mix-up this time? Goes empty low, empty pause.
No YRC and then jump ups. Good coverage from Ino. Psycho Crusher again.
No meter, but that Psycho Crusher to check the gunshot like that from full screen. That's so good, and that's going to close it. Yeah. Koichi 2-1 over Kyucho.
That was crazy. Yeah, he must have been feeling real cute in that second game because the first and third games were just complete dominance.
Yeah, and then you have that, brief break, right? You kind of get iced.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's true. Real quick break. Luckily, it wasn't something that was prolonged.
Or that could have been much worse.
That could have been so much worse. So we're good. Koichi going to be moving on, which is what we expected, right? Definitely one of the top tier Ino players in the world. So he's going to be moving on past winners round 4. Starting to get into the nitty gritty. Starting to get less and less players here. We're going to see the big dogs face off against each other. Should be a good rest of the tournament.
For sure, yeah. Next coming up, we have Spike versus Jet. This is going to be, West Coast Japan versus Fukuoka, if I'm not mistaken. Jet, also another Fukuoka-based player. Local player, Spike from Osaka, and this dude's a wild boy, man. You're gonna see his Slayer is.
Oh yeah, you said this is the Slayer.
Very aggro, very aggro Slayer. He will bet big for sure.
I have a special place in my heart for Wild Slayers because when I first learned Guilty Gear, it was in AC. So I just played Slayer because I could just big bang upper over and over.
Big bang upper, stomp on him, stomp the yard.
Yeah, exactly.
Do whatever you want to do.
Ignorant character.
Get your touch and just steal around for no reason.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand, Rich.
So it's definitely a soft spot in my heart. I'm looking forward to see how Spike approaches the Slayer, right? Because it's always fun to see how much the Slayer wants to go wild. Is he going to backdash cancel everything? Is he ever going to block? Is he just going to keep trying to do that?
Spike in particular shoots for a lot of hard beats.
Okay, I feel like that's also something you need to do as a Slayer player, though.
Yeah, but a lot of times it depends on like what you want to aim for, right? Whether you're aiming for like specific button presses or whether you're aiming for like how they're going to burst, or whatever you're really focused on. You probably do need that for Slayer in this version. You do need that to some degree. Depends on what you want to go for and how you get it, but the character probably does require that.
Yeah.
Just going off of his success rate in the Exert series, right? There's not been very many. I mean, there have just not been very many big Slayer performances with this character in this game.
And I think with Slayer, right, he has the tools to make those hard defensive reads and blow you up for them.
Oh, but he'll murder you.
Yeah, but it's not like Ino, right, where we're talking about she's just moving forward and pressing H and gets you on the tech, right? It's definitely something that requires a little bit more calculation
for sure. And also, you have to be very careful with how you use meter with them too, probably in this game. I mean, I'm trying to think, man. Outside of outside of Daemendo in North America, how many big Slayer, maybe Dwagio at that one at that one Super DSB. We'll see. Feels like the character's just not been represented that heavily recently.
We are seeing Spike. He is choosing Slayer going up against. Oh my goodness. Slayer mirrors.
It's gonna be that kind of day.
Okay.
See, out here in Japan, Hase's come close a few times in some big moments, but was unable to clutch him out, right?
My man's got the leather glove on. He's definitely a Slayer player.
You got, oh, the Spike?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his signature? He stays having the leather glove?
I mean, look at him, bro. He looks like he
leather from head to toe.
He looks like he disposes of bodies behind that 7-Eleven that we were eating at.
You're right. I think I saw him dragging the body out after we ate that popcorn chicken.
And man, you guys can talk about Family Mart and Lawson all you want to. I'm a mini stop dude.
Mini stop popcorn chicken. It was definitely his. At 10:30 after the last shift, that was the best food possible. It's
no Popeyes. We don't have KFC famous bowls out here, but those mini stop popcorn chickens, man, they'll get you good. So here we go, Spike versus Jet. This is a local player from Fukuoka versus an Osaka, long-time Osaka fighting game player. Variety of types. Right off the bat, man.
This is gonna be so sick.
I have no idea what's going on.
Both characters teleporting every which way. Checks it with the 2K. Oh, but we got the crosswise heal once more.
Backdash, just jump out. What do you say to this, man? It's just jumping over the screen. Just moving by dandy stepping alone. That's all.
Dandy step left and right. Oh, the 6P this time. Counter hit, but doesn't follow it up. Charge blitz right back. You get blown up for it. Crosswise heal in the building. Got plenty of attention to follow this up with as well. Oh, stays. Oh, goes across up and then goes back to the same side. Spike
and Spike gonna get it.
Oh yeah. This is a fun match. Feeling real dandy here. Nice backdash to avoid the slide. Gets the counter hit overhead as well. My man, Jet was just pressing stuff while getting hit.
Just melted 50%. Jet now with the chance though. Got the corner, but then BDC bite.
Oh, 6P again. Close it up to the corner this time.
Those big money buttons, right? Counter hit 6P, counter hit pile. Got to be aware of those. Charge blitz, he keeps up the burst.
How you hit somebody twice and then go with the charge blitz? My man knows how to play the Slayer mirror.
This is what they do, man.
Full tension. Let me see a burst dead on time in neutral.
No, obviously give up meter. Just be able to continue pressure like that. He gets the touch. Spike Slayer, 1-0 over Jet.
2 rounds for like 15 seconds total.
He's just teleporting all over the screen.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's like hard to even see what's going on. Jump heavy from Jet though, able to intercept Spike out of his dash.
First trying to keep him locked up in this corner here. You see backdash in the map as soon as he recovers.
Forward heavy button from Slayer.
I like that, using the forward dash to avoid the 6P this time, but another knockdown for Jet here. Again, backdash, get out of there. Danny step to follow up. Get the throw now.
Spike able to build some offense now. Comes in high. 6 heavy.
Oh,
bunker. Dash out throw from Jet.
Oh my God, blitz
counter
right
blitz.
back at you. Crosswise heal again. Stop trying to swing on me.
Unfortunately, not enough meter, but able to snipe him out the air with the crouch S anti-air confirmed.
The sweet chin music.
Trade.
The counter here, yeah, he gets the knockdown.
Made for Spike, but Jet able to get momentum afterwards. Left, right, really focusing on the left, right here.
The blitz wars. Yeah, every blitz has been met with a blitz of its own.
It's really, they're both just dashing through each other and then just betting on something.
Yeah.
There's no blocking. No blocking. Just do something. First 6 head. Gets another crosswise from mid-screen. Drops it short. That's okay. My man was just mashing as in his.
Oh, the 6 stage gets the counter hit.
And that's, yeah, Spike in good position now. We get one more. No, resets, gets the meaty D. Had the meaty sweep, had the chance, trading 6Bs. He lowers his shoulder. Spike, Slayer, moving on winner's side.
One shoulder met with another. Spike moving on. That was a fun match. Went by in the blink of an eye. But that's exactly what we really expected, right? When it comes to a Slayer mirror like that.
Sometimes it's very easy for them to kind of descend into that. But you saw Spike Slayer from Osaka moving on. We'll see him a little bit later. But we'll see you guys in a little bit later too, right? We still got to get, what, a brief ad break? Yeah, okay. So we're going to see you guys in a little bit. Thank you for tuning in and watching Evo Japan 2019. We'll be back shortly.